What I saw was us. Here, this area, this spot. And randomly a cop saying 10-4, we got homeless people. So, yeah, I knew that'd get you guys. But got us right here, the town up here. This is the homeless people, us. This is the people that have money. People that don't care about us. Eventually they will.
So here we've got a dilapidated building with corrugated iron walls that says no trespassing, and the building is very angry and has a really bad Fu Manchu mustache. And there are 3 people walking, and they all say, "Stay close, don't get stabbed." Then you've got this huge road, and a guy looking at it and saying, "Man, that street is so wide." Wide streets break communities because it feels like you're very far apart from others. And then there is a crosswalk across it, though. It's a half a mile long crosswalk, and there's a guy walking across thinking, me, 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 I'm just thinking about myself and nobody else here. And while he's following the law, he's also being irresponsible because he's walking out in front of a car. But the fact is he has the right of way, that the car doesn't care, it's speeding up and honking. And the guy inside is saying, "Get out of my way, you carless piece of shit." It's actually really funny how much people in automobiles don't respect people who aren't. Like this one time, my friends and I were walking down South Mountain at like 8 p.m. and we would try to, it's like a 7-mile road from the top to the bottom, and we were trying to hitch rides with people all along the way, and that didn't work. And then our friend who was supposed to be there by 7 finally got in and met us about halfway up and stopped the car, put it in park, threw on the emergency lights, the blinkers, just to let everybody know that he was stopped there. And while we were standing out there all talking, every car that passed by slowed down and stopped and said, "Are you guys all right?" Nobody who saw us walking gave a damn. As soon as we have a car, we have legitimacy. I think that's bullshit. Anyways, so here are 2 other people. One of them's a homeless dude, but you can't tell because it's tiny little stick figures. And they say to each other, "I've never met you and I never will." One person is just being a thinker, and he's thinking, because that's what people think. And then one guy has a trucker hat and curly hair and is saying, "Where the fuck are the trees?" Maybe. So anyways, that's what I've seen so far. But I think that it could turn into the top picture. But I think that it's up to the individuals to turn it into the top picture.
We need some trees first.
You need some trees, you need people to say, "I've never met you, but I'm about to." We need some people to care about pedestrians. We need some pedestrians to care about traffic. We need some people to not get stabbed. And we need some streets that we can cross. Damn it.
Okay. One big thing stands out is that if you talk to them, you actually listen to them for a while, they're not some crazy whack job living on the street. They actually know some stuff, and they're actually pretty cool to talk to. If you sit there and you have the time to actually listen.
Well, mine was very similar to Dustin's and Michael's. So on one side of the street, I see these large buildings around. Basically represents the money in the town. I drew dollar signs here. And on the other side, you have the other side of the population, kind of what we see right now, dilapidated buildings, someone who made their home from clothes and sheets, fire in a trash can there, homeless person, shopping cart, some bad looking houses there, and then there's us sleeping last night, because it was really, really cold, and this small bridge right here that connects the two right now. So that represents organizations kind of like us, Stand Up for Kids right now. And this bridge is really small, but we want to work to build more bridges or to make that one a larger bridge.
Well, I'm a horrible artist. observations. I've written like everything down, so instead of like drawing my thoughts, I just kind of wrote a word map. So I have at the top, well, I drew a palm tree as well, because that seems simple, but I have at the top community of homelessness, or community of homeless, so I feel like we see, or I see them as a whole, I did, and then off of that, the shelter system, and then I think it was Gabe that called people that stand out in the sun too long and are crazy sunbaked. And so I have them on the other side as sunbaked peeps because they don't seem like they comply with the shelters and they're just kind of crazy in the sun. I don't know. And so under the shelter system I feel like there's rules, corruption, and then aid, advice, and testimony. And I feel like you find all those things, but I also put testimony under sunbaked peeps because everyone wants to talk to us and tell us what they're doing and just their story. And then I put stand up in the middle because I feel like they're not necessarily all about the shelters, but they're more motivated than just to be the sunbaked peeps. It's kind of in the works though.
I felt real protected sleeping in an open space in a park in the middle of the night in the middle of Phoenix, freezing, surrounded by friends. And I just felt like we were safe. Some people were staying awake, some people woke up in the middle of the night and covered other people because we were all freezing.
There are two plants in my picture of our current realities. One is a giant, ambitious tree with absolutely no roots, which is probably related to all of the giant buildings that you draw. I'm struck by how little history there is in this place, and how much we want to grow business and be successful, but how little people want to put down, right? And then there's this other plant which it looks like a weed, but it has really, really thick roots, and it goes into the earth. But unfortunately, the sun is being blocked by the giant tree. I think there's a lot of potential in things like this, and honestly, there's a lot of potential in things like this too. We've just got to deepen, that which is artificial, and bring out that which is authentic.
Yeah. Or are you saying that the big buildings are blocking our way to success?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, they represent something that's blocking the way to success. Some sort of mega mindset that all it's about is money, 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 and all it's about is my money, 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 not the good of everybody and our money.